Billie Eilish joins us live in the studio with her brother, Phineas O'Connell. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
You guys just played Ocean Eyes together. And Ocean Eyes and 6 Feet Under are out now. Ocean Eyes has 20 million streams across all platforms, which is just amazing, just fantastic. Let's begin. Let's talk a little bit about your background, where you were born and raised.
I grew up and still live in Highland Park, which is like in between Pasadena and Eagle Rock. And it's like not like a rich community, not a poor. It's just like, little cute little neighborhood. And now it's kind of popping and like really hip people live there, I guess.
Sure.
There's like a little town called like York, kind of. It's like a street with just like cool stores on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just cool. And I've always lived there. And
awesome.
It's been pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. Have you grown up around music and the stage?
Yeah.
Tell us about
My
that.
whole family, like, we've always been like a really musical family. And Phineas grew up like an actor, and I was kind of an actor. Both of our parents are actors, and he's been on like many shows and like in movies. And like I tried to kind of do that. I did like looping, which is like ADR stuff for like TV shows or stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've always been like around like, I guess, cameras, I don't know, but we've always like liked performing and liked being in front of people. And I've always been a singer, and Phineas has always been a singer, and we've been in the Los Angeles Children's Chorus, so singing all the time and getting really good technique from like good conductors and like nice teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, music has just been fully surrounding us and me our whole lives.
And you're a dancer as well?
Yeah. I've been a dancer since I was about 8, and I started out just because I liked tap a lot. So I took a TBJ classes, which is tap, ballet, and jazz, and I loved it. And I did another class, and I did another class, and I ended up doing like 11 hours a week, which is like, I loved it, and it was a lot of work, but it was what I loved to do. And I auditioned for the company, and then I got into the company, and then we did competitions every month, and it was like wonderful. And then unfortunately, in like January, I was dancing and then my hip decided to explode or whatever it did.
Oh, no.
And so I haven't danced since like January-ish, which has been really, really lame. But it's given me a lot more time to, focus on music and to write. And it's been good and bad.
I guess it was the right time for it to happen because now the music's really picking up.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you can incorporate the dancing down the line with it.
Yeah,
somehow.
Love to do that.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Talk about your writing process. Do you write with other people? Do you write a lot of the lyrics yourself? Kind of collaborate?
Well, I started writing when I was about 11, which was like 2 days ago, basically. And I just kind of, I would like write like little fake songs when I was like 5 about like a dog, like random songs that aren't good at all. But I liked to do it, and it was always something I had fun doing. And Phineas started writing when he was like 12, and he was like immediately really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's not really true, but
it's true. But he was like so good at it, and I guess I got inspired by it. And my mom's a writer, and she's been writing music for a long time, and I always like thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to write it on my own, and it takes time to get better at it. So of course I wasn't great, but I tried. So yeah, I like to write with Phineas. Phineas is an amazing writer. Like it's unbelievable. It makes me feel terrible sometimes because I'm just like,
oh no,
he's
Thanks,
really
Bill.
good. Yeah, so we like to write together, and I like to write on my own, and I've been like doing it a lot more, so I'm getting better at it. And like some of my friends like to write with me, and I just love writing.
Cool. Now, on the music side, what musicians do you love or have inspired you so far in your life?
I love rap. Like right now, it's like fully rap. I grew up with like kind of like my dad would make us like mixtapes pretty much, and so we had like the Beatles and like Avril Lavigne and like, just like really different artists, and we just kind of grew up around like a ton of different types of music and not like one specific type to.
Cool.
So yeah, I've grown up with like tons of different types, and I've always like had a phase through like the Plain White Tees and Ariana Grande, and Justin Bieber was like for like 5 years I was like insane. And then recently it's been like rap, and I love Odd Future, and I love Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt and Childish Gambino and Drake, and like I could name like 8,000
Yeah.
artists that I admire. But I feel like if I had to like single out an artist, it would probably be Tyler, because I feel like he's just so himself, and he doesn't really care at all what anyone thinks, which is basically me. Like I don't
That's awesome.
care at all what anyone thinks of me. I just do what I want when I want, and I say what I want. So
Cool.
And he's a real inspiration for me, I feel.
Awesome. I know Odd Future has a show on this station.
Yeah, I saw.
On Dash Radio,
That's so
so maybe you can come in sometime.
Yep.
Not a bad thing. Now that I know you're a big fan. Ocean Eyes is the single you guys just played. Over 20 million streams, and it just came out in November, so not bad. Universal praise from Zane Lowe on Beats One. KCRW's been playing it. Jason Kramer, Chris Doritas, and Lit, a few of our friends here in Los Angeles. What's it like being 14 and seeing all this happen, and are you enjoying the attention?
Oh yeah, it's insanely surreal. So it's like really hard to process everything when that much is going on. And it's weird because like I see my name, like Billie Eilish, I see it places. Like Black Bear will tweet at me, and I'll just be like, oh, Black Bear's tweeting at Billie Eilish, and I don't like realize that it's me. It's so weird because like I see my name here and here and here, and like,
Sure.
Oh, that's me that they're talking about. That's not just like a name I'm hearing. And it's so surreal and so amazing to have this opportunity, and because it's rare and it doesn't happen to people all the time.
Of course. But it's so amazing, especially so young, but at least you have your whole family to help keep you grounded, and it seems like you're being pretty realistic about things, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I think one of the cooler things about the specific nature of being Billie and being 14 and going through this is I think that mostly for better, Billie doesn't have a long history of knowing a lot of the people that have reached, the BBC and KCRW are awesome, and we kind of know them like frankly, we know KCRW because our mom will call us and be like, I just heard this new artist Lord on KCRW. I remember that in like 2013.
Sure.
So I think it's something that it's grown up like on our periphery, but I think that like we know them as like people, which is great. And I think that the thing that's been so surreal for Billie specifically, I think, is the kind of groundswell of people that are 14 and 15 that love the music that we're making. And that's so cool. I mean, like even
Super cool, yeah.
like yesterday, Billie posted like about our show at school night tomorrow, and was like, it's 18 plus and it's free if you're over 21 or whatever. And there's like 60 comments on her Instagram, and they're all like, I wish I was 18. You know what I mean? And it's like the fact that there's that many people that are so invested that are our age is like so cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to connect with such a young fan base with actually pretty mature sounding music. That's really cool. Ocean Eyes, what is that song about?
Well, Phineas wrote it, but I mean, I was going through something with someone who Phineas has this thing, like he can write a song that I just completely understand, and just it's like the way I feel. It's like he's like jumping into my head and like writing a song.
Wow.
And it's crazy because he brought me that song, like, hey, I wrote this song called Ocean Eyes, and I feel like you should sing it. I just hear a girl singing it, and I want you to. So I sang it, and it was like exactly how I felt, and like the person I was obsessed with at the time was this boy who had blue eyes, and it was like exactly what I was thinking about. And like, no fair, I'm scared, I've never fallen from quite this high. It's just like every word of that song I feel like really I went through and was my life for a bit. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the way that Billie conveys it really felt super honest to me about like what I was thinking about when I wrote it. And then, I mean, part of the reason I wanted Billie to sing it so bad was like Billie would like come into my room and like sort of just vent to me about what was going on in her life. And I had this song, and I'd be like, that reminds me, like, I feel like this might be therapeutic to you, And I think songs, like, how many songs have you heard, or listened to on the car ride, like, home from somewhere where you're, like, feeling some way, and you just, like, play a song, and you're like, this is how I'm feeling. And I thought, like, maybe this is how Billie's feeling, you know what I mean? And Billie's written songs that are how I'm feeling, too. Like, I think that's one of, like, my favorite things is, like, when a friend of mine or Billie and she's done it tons of times, will write something that I'm like, that's what I'm going through. Like, that's my song. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. It's like, like music and songs are like the only area where like you want people to like claim ownership over something they didn't create. Like that's the highest honor, right? When you're at a like concert with your friends and you're all seeing an artist you love and like a song they play and your friend's like, oh, this is my song. And like, that's like, if you're the band, that's the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? And I think that like,
Totally.
Billie, like even Billie singing Ocean Eyes is like, there's so many people I think that hear Billie singing Ocean Eyes and think of that as their song, you know?
Yeah, which is amazing.
Totally. Totally amazing. Oh, what's it been like taking these songs to the stage and performing them live? I know you've recently been doing quite a few shows.
It's always what I've wanted to do. Like, since I was little, I always want to be on stage. I always want people to look at me. An attention whore.
There you go.
Yep. But like doing them live and just like, it's kind of amazing to me to think about and to live, is that performing live and looking at people in the audience, like really enjoying you and hearing your song and relating to it and making them cry. Like, people tell me that some of my songs make them cry, and it's like, that's so weird that me have a song that can get into somebody, that can make them have the emotions I have to other songs, and it's so weird that that's my song. And
Absolutely.
I just love, like, you know.
Yeah, where have you had a chance to play?
We had a show in San Francisco about a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was Aaron Axelson's show at the Rickshaw Stop. Shout out to Aaron Axelson for
Nice.
That was really cool.
Fun to play in San Francisco for like probably a lot of people, no family up there, really just whole new group of fans, right?
It was so
Must be so cool to have like a packed
people,
room.
People were like shouting like, who are you?
Yeah.
At the stage. It was
Oh,
awesome.
interesting.
And they were so pumped on it. It was great.
Well, that's great. I mean, I'm sure you also had your Billie Eilish fans there who knew who you were.
Yeah, I had some people that like were like, yeah, I've been like following you since like when you put out Ocean Eyes. I was like,
Whoa.
What?
Well, there you go. I mean, it's crazy to experience something like that so fast. Have you had a favorite place to play so far? I'm sure there's going to be so many in the future.
I mean, probably that one.
Yeah.
The show was
in
cool.
the San Francisco. We've played it like
So far was cool too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Far Sounds and
That's
Hotel
up.
Cafe and the Hi Hat in Highland Park, and
Yeah.
they've all
6 Feet
been
Under,
really
so.
nice. Like,
Nice. But you have a bunch of shows coming up.
yeah,
Tomorrow you're going to be playing at school night
indeed.
at a nice time. I think it's at 10 o'clock. So, you know,
Yeah.
good time right in the middle of the night. And I know you've been inviting all your LA friends. This is a big public show for you.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. I remember like going to school night, even though I'm not 18. I went to school night because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think I was gonna be playing it in like a month.
Of course.
And so it was just,
Yeah, it's a great stage. I mean, like London Grammar played there. They're like one of their first shows ever. And Alt J. So
Totally. The night we were there, Miguel was playing.
Yep.
It was like crazy. Like, the place was packed.
they'll do those one-off shows, you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's really cool. Do you have any other shows you wanted to talk about coming up?
what do we even?
You have December 3rd. You're going to be playing in Orange County
That one's gonna be fun.
as a
Yeah.
constellation.
really?
I can tell you about that because I'm
Opening for
DJing at
honors,
that
yeah,
and
yeah,
presenting it. So if you don't know what to tell people, I can. Then you're going to be playing with an artist, RYX or RYX. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, he, like, I didn't know who he was. Like, when we found out about the like little tour for that, I didn't recognize his name, but then I looked up his music, and there was like 3 songs that I have actually been listening to for like years.
Whoa.
And they're amazing songs. Like, there's a song
He's
called
really good.
Berlin that's
Yeah.
so good.
Cool.
And so that's amazing.
Cool. Where are those shows going to be?
San Francisco,
Okay.
and then Seattle, and then Portland.
Nice.
Yeah, which we're super excited.
So
Like, the
I'm
whole
doing more West Coast.
Pacific
just kinda
Northwest. It's awesome.
locking that
Super
area
excited.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Cool, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
course.
I'm sure there's plenty more that we can catch up on soon after you go through this initial run of shows. And obviously, we'll be seeing you December 3rd in Orange County playing with Armors at the Observatory.
Can't wait.
Have a blast at school night tomorrow. The songs Ocean Eyes and 6 Feet Under are your 2 most recent songs. And we look forward to plenty more to come from you guys.
Thank you. Thanks
Cool.
for having us.
Billie Eilish on We Found New Music.